Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Factorio. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day, because here at the Open Air Factory, things are going a little bit better than they have been in the past. Last episode, we got attacked by a lot of aliens. We had to extend our wall considerably as a result, and it did take a little while longer than planned, but we did eventually get the iron supply sorted. We have a lot of iron coming in from the north there. We do have a couple of aliens trying to break through the wall from time to time, but for the most part, we seem to be okay. Now, with that said, things aren't necessarily as good as they should be, as good as they need to be. Iron production still isn't amazing at the moment, which honestly I think is more down to the fact that the inserters are looking like they're taking their time. So I'm going to try experimenting here. We're going to go with some fast inserters. We'll get a couple of those made. And I want to see what happens if we were to get some fast inserters just on here. So if I replace you and you, I mean, it's more immediate, but I think the thing that's slowing this all down is absolutely the steel furnace. And I have to imagine that a steel furnace can't actually have, a steel furnace can't have modules, but I imagine an electric furnace probably could, which is a bit of a pain, but we're just going to have to deal with that. And I want to grab a bunch of these from there so I can get some more of these done. We do need to get some more iron plates as well, so we'll come over here and grab a bunch of those. And I'm going to make a bunch of fast inserters. So we can just go along here and replace some of this. I actually put those around the wrong way, which is a bit of a pain, so do it that way. So those are going to go in there, those are going to go there and there. And hopefully, we're going to see this work just a little bit quicker. I don't know if this will actually do much, but I am certainly curious to see what comes of it. It probably would have been a better idea to get some fast inserters on the actual inserting side, but we'll go with that for the time being. I think, honestly, what would just make more sense would be getting more iron-producing furnaces, but for the time being, we'll just leave it as is. Iron will eventually make itself work. There is plenty of it being produced. I think it is just going to a lot of places. It is one of those materials that is just used a lot, so eventually we should be okay. If needs be, what I might do is actually create a secondary iron plate source up here and try and feed it into what's going on over here, because we could absolutely do that if we really wanted to. It would just be a little bit of work to do it, but we could definitely do it. So we'll see. That's something we can maybe do. Anyway, today I would like to go ahead and get on with repairing all of the damage that was done up here. So we are going to need a lot of pipes. So we'll get quite a few of those made. And we're going to go ahead and just repair all of this. We are going to need to get some of the underground pipes as well, the pipes to ground. And we're going to need to get some more of the good old pump jacks. So we'll get some of those made as well so we can get the production of oil and all that stuff sorted out. We do also need some of the tall electric poles. So we'll get 5 of those made at some point as well. There was an attack up to the north there, but we're not going to worry too much about it. I think I'd also like to make myself a new car today as well. I think that would be kind of useful since we did lose our car previously. Where are all of my pipes? Because I don't see them. There's, where are my pipes? Am I just blind and I can't see them? Or are they not here? Are they down here? No, the underground ones are, but I can't help but notice that it doesn't look like, do I have pipes? Hold on, pipe. I've got, so that's crafting. I don't want to, I mean, I will craft them, but am I just not seeing them here, or do I not have pipes? I'm really confused by this. So we're making 2 pipes. No, we don't. I could swear I just made a bunch of them, though. That's really strange. Let's go ahead and get the pipes to grind done anyway, because we do need them. A lot of this... Ooh, that's all disappearing. Interesting. We'll connect that up like this, because we can. We'll connect that up like that, and that up like that, I guess. Should be fine. I think those are the right distance. No, I don't think they are, actually. That would go there and there. Then that would go there, and I feel like that's not the right distance, so that would go there instead. Yeah, that's what I want to see. So we do need to get some pipes just there, and oh boy, what is this? I'm not really sure what way this works. I don't remember at all. But we'll get it working one way or another. We do need to get some tanks. We just need iron plates. So we'll just run down this way, get a bunch of iron plates, and go to town. We do need to get more oil refineries as well, which is also a bunch of iron plates, which are... I mean, they're getting there. We're definitely getting there with them. I really want more of them. There's not really as many coming through here as I thought there'd be, which is a problem. I think we are just going to have to refer back to my idea that I had previously with regards to streaming me tearing this all apart at some point. We'll do it eventually. I'm not going to give any ideas as to when that kind of thing might be, because I don't know when that kind of thing would be myself. But we'll grab a bunch of iron plates, we'll go ahead and make a new oil refinery. We need like 2 more pump jacks. We could definitely do with a few more pipes as well, so we'll get a bunch of those made. I'm also going to take a moment to turn off my heater, because it's really bloody warm in here. There we go. Forgot to do that before I sat down to record. It's seriously, seriously warm in here at the moment. I went and, so I recorded the previous episode like 20, 30 minutes ago for me. And I went and got breakfast, and I totally forgot to turn my heater off before I went to get breakfast. So the heater's just been going nuts. It's ridiculously warm at the moment. I mean, it's nice on one hand, but on the other, it is really warm at the moment. Now let's go ahead and get some power connected up to all of this if we can. Get that in there, and that'll start working eventually. Let's throw one of these power poles into there. And let's just do that sort of thing as well. So that is going to be beautiful. We can get our pump jacks set up like... what way was this set up? I have actually totally forgotten. So that one was there, obviously. This one was... there, I guess? Then we need one more. So another pump jack goes on there, and those are all working, which is good news. If we get the tanks, which is going to take a little while to do, but once we get the tanks... this is pretty much all going to be sorted. Just got to connect it all up again. Now that would go there, which is fine. That would go there. And then the tanks are now being made, which is beautiful news. We didn't actually need 3 of them, but whatever. Get one there and get that just there. Tear that out of that spot. And I do believe that this is pretty much all connected up. Let's just get rid of some of those and do some more underground bits just like that. And that is pretty much all sorted, isn't it? Aside from the last pump jack, which needs to go there. Cancel that one because we don't need it. But yeah, there we go. So this is now all working. You are going to do basic oil processing. And that's doing some good stuff. So we have got some petroleum gas going through here. Which, oh, this looks like it broke up here as well. So let's just fix that, please. So water's not flowing around there. Did we lose something in here? I don't think we did. I don't think we lost anything else around here either. Yeah, petroleum gas is going through. So plastic is now being made again. Why are batteries not being made? Oh, there we go. So batteries are being made as well. So that's all active again. Sulfur is going very slowly. It seems like petroleum gas is not very quick at all. Can I make some speed modules, please? Can I put speed modules in these as well? Yes, I can. I feel like I want to get some speed modules into the pump jacks. Let me make a bunch of those. That's possibly going to be a good idea. I feel like everything around here just needs a bit more speed, really. It also looks like there is actually a disconnected bit of pipe over there, which should be going like that to bring some water in. So that should hopefully help with the sulfur as well. Have I missed anything? Is there any spot that isn't actually connected up the way it should be? It doesn't really look like it. I'm also going to take this flamethrower fuel because I feel like that might be a pretty good idea. We are sitting on 2 of the speed modules, so I think I will throw a speed module into... I'll throw another one in there. I don't know how effective that's being, though. But we'll go with it. We'll throw a speed module in there as well. I really don't know if that is it. Let me take one of these out of here. And let me throw it into this instead. So hopefully that'll be a bit more effective. I don't know if it will. I'm wondering if we just don't have enough oil. I'm wondering if that's the situation we're in here. Because if it is, then that is a bit of a problem. But if it isn't, then something else is up. Either way, that is going to be red circuit boards being made again, which means we should be getting around to making more blue science, which we haven't had in a while. But there we go. Bit of blue science coming through is beautiful to see. I'm not carrying any red circuit, but I have a lot of blue science on me, though. I should probably throw that into a chest somewhere. I think what I'll do is I'll come along to the research area and actually just throw a bunch of blue science into a chest that can feed out onto all of this. So let's go for a regular inserter. Let's throw it there. And let's go for a chest, which is going to have a bunch of blue science in it. So that's going to dump some blue science onto there, which means that we will get some research done. I have some red and green science as well, which probably needs to go into a chest too. So let me get some inserters, go there and there. We'll get some power to that spot. Then a chest there and there. Now this chest on this side is red science because it puts it on the correct side of the conveyor. This one is green science because it puts it on the correct side of the conveyor. So there we go. Anytime I pick up science, I can dump it into any of those chests and it will feed out quite nicely into the research facility. Now here's a question. Can I make a bunch of the fast conveyor belts? Because we don't need that many more to upgrade all of this, which would be lovely stuff. I'm also wondering if it would be an idea to maybe upgrade. Oh, actually, you know what? A lot of that, a lot of the iron plates are actually backing up at this point, which is pretty good news. It is just plastic that I think is proving to be a bit of a concern. Plastic production is very, very slow at the moment, but I think we should be okay. I don't think it's going to be too much of a big deal. Now, how long is it going to take for this lab research speed? It is taking a really long time. Like, it does take 500 of those. I think I might cancel that and go for something else. I don't know if we need it. I really don't. We could go for rocketry. I think I am going to go for rocketry and get a supply of blue science built up. Because rocketry will go much quicker, and rocketry is a necessity. Like, we really do actually need rocketry, so we'll go for that. We'll let the blue science just build up a bit. And I'd like to start making my way towards some more military-oriented stuff as well, because I'd really like to deal with the aliens that are about the place. I'm also realizing we have a bit of an opportunity here. This area is clearing out very quickly, so we're almost at the point where we're going to be able to use this area for something. I don't really know what that something would be, but I mean, it would be something, I suppose. I can also go ahead and tear out all of these fast conveyors because we're not using them anymore. So ditch all of those. And let's go and upgrade the space for the blue science. So this comes down like so. It turns that way. It turns that way. And it comes down like so. There we go. So blue science is going to be able to come through there really, really quickly. I haven't actually gone for automation. Not automation. Logistics 3, is it? I don't know. Where is logistics 3? So logistics 3 requires automation 3. Which I probably want to get, because Logistics 3 gets me the express transport belts, although that needs lubricant, so I would assume that that would be made... no, that would be made in an assembly machine, wouldn't it? I feel like we don't need those. I feel like that's one of the last things we actually need is express transport belts, because as long as we're patient, things get done anyway. So I don't know. I am concerned about this, though. Like, this really is just not really getting done. I don't quite know why. I have to imagine these are just not being very efficient. Is it a power problem? Like, satisfaction is full, and we're not producing... Right, so consumption is there, production is there. So, they are consuming a lot. Production's fine, right? I assume. I don't know. Let's go for alien technology. Oh, that gets me alien. Ooh, interesting. So we need alien artifacts to make that. which is kind of curious. Let's go for alien technology, which can lead into, ooh, rocket shooting speed. So we are going to need alien technology for this. Yeah, let's research alien technology and get that done. I'm not really sure why these aren't working very efficiently. Honestly, I have no idea. Very confused. We'll throw that in there and see what happens. Let's get more speed modules into these, maybe? I don't know. Is that a thing I want to do? Maybe, maybe not. We'll get that in there like that. Any of these guys gonna need speed modules? I would doubt it. Why is... Oh, hello. I've just noticed that this is actually not linked together. My bad. Totally forgot to fix that bit. So that would go like so. So that's not gonna loop around. Bit of a problem just there. Let's fix that. So that's not gonna loop around quite nicely, which is what we want it to do. Could definitely do with more of that sulfur being made, though. I am a little bit worried about the absolute lack of sulfur production. I just don't know what it is. I might look into more power options. I'm very tempted to... Ooh, we can make these. Okay. I might... I kind of like the idea of getting concrete paths and all that. But I do want to go for... I've completely forgotten. It was in my mind and now it's gone. There was a thing I wanted. And honest, I've just completely forgotten. Wow. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's completely just left my mind. It was solar panels. That's what it was. So I'm thinking of getting those. I'm also thinking of getting some accumulators. We'll get ourselves 4 of those. And for the solar panels, we need electronic circuits, copper plates, and steel plates. So we'll get some electronic circuits. We'll grab them from there because it's nice and easy. We need steel plates, which can go all along there. I can get 4 of these thus far. So let's make those. We need more electronic circuits, so let's grab them from out of there. I know I'm getting a bunch of bricks as well. I don't really want them, but that's too bad. Gonna need some copper plates as well. So we'll grab them from all along there, and we'll make another 12 solar panels. So that should be pretty good. Let's see then. The accumulators are... What do they do exactly? I assume they just gather power, right? Now, what is it actually doing? So it stores electric energy, is what it does. So this thing is charging, and it's full. So that connects to the electric network and stores electric energy. Right. Honestly, got no idea how to use it. I don't know if I'm doing this right or what I'm doing. But I'll throw a bunch of these in there. That isn't actually connected, so that's fine. We're going to want to throw that just to that spot. So those are gathering power. Fair enough. Production is climbing, so I think, if I remember correctly, this is totally fine, right? Like production, as long as production is lower than satisfaction, we're fine. Like they're fully satisfied. Once production maxes out, satisfaction will start dropping, so that should be okay, I assume. Now solar panels are... We made 4 of them already. Now where do we want to throw them? Because they're too big for that space down there, unfortunately. That would have worked really nicely. I could throw them in next to the wall. That's always an idea. Or I could actually throw them into this old space here where we had the mines. That's probably not a bad idea. I realize I have just disconnected all of the power for the... Oh dear, that's actually a really bad thing to do. Reconnect that, please. There we go. So that's all going to be working again. And let's bring some solar panels down like this and actually get them connected to everything. That's not connected either, so let's get some of you on the go. There we go. So that's all going to be fine. There's a light in the way there that I'm going to have to remove, but that's totally okay. So we'll bring solar panels down like this. And they do need to be connected to the grid, but what we can do is leave a gap and run some power poles up alongside them like this. So put that one there, put that one there, and put that one there. So that'll be totally fine. That's going to be more power generation, right? Yeah, production's down a little bit. I don't know if that's because of these. I think it is. Is it daytime? I think it's daytime. I don't know if these things are actually being all that... Yeah, you know what? They're doing okay. They're outputting a bit of power. I don't know if they're the most useful thing in the world. I can't imagine they are, but it's better than nothing. So we'll get a couple in there. I can't help but notice that there's like no blue science coming along here. Oh, there's one. Oh, that's so slow. That blue science production is so painfully slow at the moment. What is holding it back? It is the red circuit boards, I know that. But the red circuit boards are just being held back by plastic. Let's go have another look up here and see what I can do. Because all of this production is just going so slowly. Is it because of like the damaged stuff? Is that what's doing it? Or is my layout just that bad? I have to imagine it could be me layout. I just don't know if it actually is. Do we need more oil? No, I don't think it is more oil refineries though. I feel like it's this. I feel like this isn't pumping as much as I'd like it to. 0.1 per second. Is there any reason it's so slow, or do I just need to go and get more oil? Because I don't see any on the map, which is actually a bit of a concern, to be honest. That's like the only spot of oil for quite some time, so I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do about this. Definitely something to look into, and definitely something to fix. I don't know, man. I'm really stumped. I'm really stumped. Can I fix any of this? Because we do have some damages here. I'd like to fix you a little bit. Just like that. To get that sorted. This has nothing in it. There's no petroleum gas in there. There is a bit of petroleum gas coming over. But then it all drains away super quickly. I don't know, man. I'm really, really lost as to why this is as slow as it is. I mean, on one hand, like I said, I sort of get it. I get that these aren't outputting all that much. It's slow. Okay, so basically, after having a look at the Factorio wiki, these oil fields are getting to be depleted. They're just not very efficient anymore. There's not a lot there. So the ratio of extraction is just going to be quite low. I can boost it up if I was to get 2 speed module 3s into the pump jacks. What would happen is it would go up to 0.2 per second. And I can boost it a little bit more with the, I don't know what it is called, but there's a thing you can put down, which is in here somewhere that lets you basically have an area of effect for the modules. Effect transmission. That's what it is. So effect transmission will let me boost these a little bit further. But generally speaking, there's not a heck of a lot I can do. So we're not going to worry too much about that. Now let's have a look at this. So we definitely need to get some alien science packs. Don't quite know how to get those, so we're not going to focus too much on it. I think what I might do, though, is look into possibly Automation 3, I guess. We'll go for Automation 3 and hope that we can get some good stuff out of that. I'm a little bit annoyed. I'm a little bit annoyed that the pump jacks just aren't working very well at all. That's, it's disappointing because it means there's not a lot I can do about it. Like, there's very, very little I can do about that. They are just not all that efficient. They are kind of drained at this point. That's, yeah, that's kind of annoying. I'm gonna have to figure something out about that. I might have to do some exploring and see if I can perhaps find a new oil field. I'll tell you what I would like to do as well, though. I want to grab some of these engines and see if I can make myself a new car. So if we go into here, a car can be made. We can make 4 of them. I really don't think I need 4 of them though, so we'll just go ahead and throw the engines, of which apparently I have a lot somewhere. Yeah, 47 of them. We'll dump those back in there. We'll get the car, and we'll throw the car down there. And we'll fuel it up with some good old coal, since that seems to be a good way to do things. We'll get some ammo in there as well. And we're pretty much sorted to head out if we want to. Also, that's in the wrong chest. My bad. Throw that in there. Yeah, so we are pretty much sorted for everything around here, really. I mean, if we wanted to make some of the alien science packs, we need alien artifacts, and I have no idea where to get those. I have a feeling that the place to get alien artifacts might very well be up towards the, up this way. I just don't know if that's the case, so I guess we'll find out. We'll hop in the car, we'll go for a bit of a drive. I did not mean to do that. Hop in the car, go for a bit of a drive. We'll head over this way and see what's up with the aliens. In fact, let me just stop for a second because I'm going to need to get myself a couple of gates. I realize I had quite a few of them already, but we're going to need a few so I can get through the wall just here. We'll stop the car, which is on the conveyor belt currently. That's totally fine. So we'll do that kind of thing so we can get the car through there. And we'll do one down here as well, just so we can get the car through in a couple of different locations. Just like that. So that should be fine. Let me grab the car. And let's see if the car is going to be any use at taking out swarms of aliens. I have my doubts, but might as well try. You know what? That's not bad. It's about to blow up, though. Nice. That was... Oh my god, that's amazing. So the car's dead again. Grenades. You know, I think grenades might be a good shot. I feel like grenades might be the way to go here. That's ridiculous. Actually, you know what? I want to give the flamethrower a shot. I want to see if the flamethrower is going to be any good at taking out the aliens here. This might be for the best. You can get lost, mate. Don't even try it. Let's see. Can I get close? Can I get close? Flamethrower? Any good? Oh, that does it. That absolutely does it. Right. Kill those. Definitely set them on fire. I am getting destroyed. Okay, that's enough of that. So I'm very close to death, but the good news is it looks like there's a lot of alien artifacts in there. I just need to regen me health and then I'm sorted. Like those things just got destroyed by the flamethrower. We're also not going to have to worry too much about aliens coming back since we did just absolutely destroy their hive. It's just that two of those turret things still remain. Can I shoot them from here? Is that a thing I can do? Oh, careful, careful, careful. Don't like the idea of dying. Don't like the idea of dying. Should it? Nope. Okay, never mind. I will just charge in real quick with a flamethrower and go to town. There we go. It's got to do it. That's got to do it. That's got to do it, right? Oh yeah, that did it. Beautiful. Hey, less of that. So grab that. That was 4 alien artifacts, which is not really as much as I would have liked. But I guess it's better than nothing. So that's actually an alien hive cleared out, which is pretty big news. We haven't done that before, so quite excited about that. Just means that the flamethrower is actually really bloody useful for clearing out aliens. Also, I have a bunch of these, so let's get a bunch of electric mining drills just along there because we might as well. We're going to need to get them some power as well, so throw that into that spot, throw that into that spot, and throw that into that spot. Alright, so that's going to be a bunch of iron getting produced. That'll be iron for a really long time as well, which I'm quite excited about. So let's see. What are we going to do? Are we going to explore? I feel like we kind of have to. I feel like we kind of just have to look around. We have to get a car. We have to go exploring. We have to find some more oil and go from there because the amount of blue science getting produced is just not enough. And blue science requires... It needs batteries and it needs plastic, so... There's really not a lot. I have a lot of plastic on me, I realize, and a lot of batteries. So maybe I should do something about that. Might not be a terrible idea. Let's head over here. Let's get myself 2 iron chests, I guess. We're not going to need much more than that. So iron chests can go there and there. We can get an inserter just there and there. And in this chest, we are going to put the batteries. In this chest, we are going to put the plastic. Then we just need to give them both power. And there we go. So that's going to give us a nice supply of plastic for a while. It's not going to be too long, but it's going to be better than nothing. And that'll hopefully just improve the production around here considerably. or considerably enough to make sure that plenty gets done here. I can't help but notice that... Where do those batteries come from? Oh, they come from here. That's fine. So the batteries are totally fine. They're in the right place. These red circuits are coming along and pretty much always getting fed over to here. Red circuit production is actually looking considerably better than it was, which is excellent news. So we'll get those made hopefully really, really quickly. Plenty of plastic going out there. This might give us a nice little buffer. This might do some good stuff. We have a lot of plastic lying around here as well that we could go and collect. Same with the batteries as well. Which honestly, I think I will do because they're not really being used for anything else. Same with the red circuits as well. Probably not a terrible idea to go and collect those and feed them into the system at the moment. I might do that. I'm thinking I'm going to do that. Let me grab just all the batteries, all the red circuits, and feed it just back into the current system, because this stuff, like, we don't need just all of that lying around the way it is. So we'll throw the batteries into there. We'll throw the plastic into there. And that'll feed back into the system. Some of it will get backed up again, but a lot of it will go through and actually get made into stuff. So that will help us out considerably. That's going to get a bunch of blue science made. A lot of blue science going around there. That's good news, because Automation 3 is something that we're going to need. And I guess what I'll do is head over, grab some engines, make myself a new car, maybe a second one, so I have another one when I break this new one. We'll get a bunch of those. I'll make myself 2 cars. One of them is gonna go there, and the other can go there. And then to fuel them, we're obviously gonna need to get some coal, so we'll head down this way. I don't know if coal is the most efficient way to fuel your car, but, well, it's probably fine, right? It's probably not too much of a big deal. So we'll head over here. We can dump a bunch of coal into that one, and a bunch of coal into that one, and jump in the car, and away we go. So we need to find some new sources of oil. That's totally fine. Let me also just get some gates, because they need to go in over here. So just like that. And away we go. Right. So let's head out and see if we can find... Let's not just break the car in a tree. Let's see if we can find some oil out this way. Bunch of copper. Good to see. Aliens over there. Not so good to see. A bunch of iron down here. Bunch of it. Oh my god, so many aliens. That's actually really bad. No, that's a forest. This is bad news. Okay, we're out of here. We're out of here. Come on, through the forest. Yeah, so this is not the ideal. Oh Christ. Oh boy. Oh, that car's dead. Yeah, well, see ya, car. Oh, that's so loud. That's so loud. Jesus Christ. I feel like I'm probably safer just going on foot here. I honestly feel like I'm probably safer just going on foot. Because I can actually shoot them. And, you know, deal with them that way. Yeah, so there's no oil down this way. Can I not do this with a radar? I'm pretty sure I can, like, just scan all this with a radar. That might be a better idea. But, you know, I'm enjoying exploring on foot. It's a bit different, and we have to do something, because we really weren't doing all that much back at base. So we'll see what's going on down here. Still a bunch of aliens. There's more aliens on the lower side of the lake. Oh, Jesus Christ. There's so many of them. There's just so many of them. I mean, that's good for alien artifacts. It's not so good for security. Let's see. What would it take to make a radar? Where exactly is the radar? Radar is it in here? No, I don't think it is. Is it in here? It's in here. Is that it? That's the radar. So electronic circuits, gear wheels, and iron plates, which scans nearby sectors and actively reveals an area around it. Is that any use though? I've no idea. So we need iron gear wheels, electric circuits. So grab me a bunch of circuits, get me a bunch of plates. We'll grab plates from there and get me 3 radars. I don't know if we need 3 radars, but we'll get them anyway. There's also a bunch of aliens gathering out here for an attack, so I'm going to just head out with my flamethrower and mess them up considerably. There we go. We'll get the turrets on them as well. Look at this nonsense. Look at this nonsense. They don't even get close. They don't even get close. I love it. Right, let's throw a radar into this spot over here, I guess. We'll see what happens with it. So that's doing its thing. Sector scanning progress is coming along. What if I put more of them down? Like, do radars, can they stack? I have no idea if I actually need like 3 radars or anything, but they kind of look cool, so I don't mind having 3 of them. We'll put one there just so they're sort of staggered like that. And I mean, they're getting there. I have no idea what they do, but they're getting there. Let's also go straight in for, do we want logistics 3? Or do I want like military 3? Because that'll get me the combat shotgun, and that seems like a pretty good idea. Military 3 also leads into tanks, and tanks sound kind of fun. We also get flamethrower damage and combat robotics and military 4. Let's get military 3. I feel like military 3 is going to be fun. Let's also scrap you. Man, this whole area is nearly gone. It's kind of sad, really, that whole area is nearly gone. Right, this is about to... Sector scanning progress is about to be done. Let's look at the map and see if it does anything. So it did just... Oh, it does. It does reveal, like, new areas of the map. Just very slowly. So a bunch of radars, if I stack them, is going to be useful, right? That seems like it would be the case. Let me grab a bunch of this stuff. And let me grab a bunch of this stuff. And let me make, like, 11 radars. Because that seems like it would be a good thing to do. Get a bunch of radars in here and really go to town with the scanning. So, where can I put a whole bunch of radars? Because this area is not done yet, obviously. So, where can I put them? I'd like to put them over here somewhere, but there's not really the room. I don't know. I guess down here. There's plenty of space in there. So we'll get some radars just in like this. And that should be totally fine. And that'll hopefully reveal plenty of the map nice and quickly. So let's just stack these so we're getting plenty of power shared amongst the radars. And there we go. So those are all working. And they will gradually reveal more and more of the map as time goes by. I feel like electricity consumption, yeah. Electricity is proving to be a bit of an issue at the moment. We're gonna want to, upgrade that. We're gonna need to get ourselves another giant steam engine, I suppose. Bit of a problem. Definitely a bit of a problem. But it shouldn't be too difficult to do, really. Because what I can do is I can just set fire to the forest and let that clear itself out as time goes by. And then just get another giant steam engine over here. Wait, are we... Something's been damaged over there. How the hell did they get to the wall? That does not happen often. That really doesn't happen often. Interesting. Slightly concerning as well. I should probably automate the production of the repair kits as well, shouldn't I? Because they're actually out of repair kits. So if I dump a bunch in there... let's have a look. What do we need for repair kits? So that's electronic circuits and iron gear wheels. Huh. Okay. I think once this area is done with what it's doing, I'm actually going to go ahead and take these out of here. Because I don't want them there. Once this area is done with iron, I think I'll put repair kit production in here. That seems like a pretty good idea. Do we want to go for tanks? I kind of feel like I want to go for tanks. Because tanks sound like a lot of fun. We can also go ahead and throw the radars that I just grabbed into this space over here. Just like that. And of course we want to, once again, get some power into all of those. Right. So sections of the map are being revealed quite nicely. There's still no oil nearby. Which is a pretty big deal, if I'm honest. There is a car just there. Which I could go and use, but other than that, there's just like no oil whatsoever. Which I'm not entirely okay with. I don't feel too happy about the lack of oil on this this map right now. Gonna have to figure something out, I guess. Definitely gonna have to figure something out. Although having the radars is definitely nice. I'm definitely happy we've got those. We can also bring some of the new solar panels down there, which interestingly helped a little bit. It seems that during the day we get some good power, but it's not enough. So let's get 14 boilers. We are gonna need iron plates as well, so I can get some of the steam engines. So 10 of those. We haven't actually got any pipes either, so let me make a bunch of pipes. And let me also make an offshore pump. Oh wow, not much of this burnt actually, which is kind of annoying. Let me switch my weapon so I can get some new fires burning there. And just start tearing down some of this forest, because that's going to be my power generation. So it does kind of need to be out of the way a little bit. Fortunately, we do have some pretty good space here, and we do have a bunch of coal coming down here, so it's not going to be too difficult to get more power generation on the go. So we'll tear this out of the way. Oh, we have tanks. That's kind of exciting. So tanks are made with 4 components. The cannon shells are made with oh god. So we need explosives if we want to effectively use our tanks. So we're probably not going to be getting those for a while. Railway could be useful. Railway, honestly, is probably going to be necessary if we happen to find oil really, really far away. Grenades, probably something worth looking into. Effect transmission. I actually want to get that, because that is going to be useful, because we are going to want to boost the pump jacks that are up to the north. So we'll get effect transmission as soon as we possibly can. But for the meantime, let's go ahead and set up the new pumping system, I guess, which is going to start there if I can get it. Don't think I can, though. So it would have to go there. I don't really want it to go there, though. I can get it there, which I guess I'll do, because I want to try and keep these pretty much in the same kind of space. And what I mean by that is I want them to begin and end in the same spot. So that needs to go there, and then 1, 2, and 1, 2. The boilers need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 7 there. Then we need to get more pipes, because we need to go 1, 2, 3 off the back of this. So 1, 2, 3. Ooh, you know what? They might connect together. I don't know if that's a good thing, actually. Let me move all this a little bit, because I don't know if it's actually a good thing that those would connect together. That might cause some issues, and I don't really want them to connect together anyway. So get all that out of here. Let's get that tree out of the way so I can see what's going on. And that tree as well, please. Tear all this out of here and give me that pump. So the pump needs to go not there, but there. And that should be fine. Then the pipes will come across to here. They will go like that. And then 1, 2, and 1, 2. Then we do the boilers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8. That's 7. And then 7. Then we do 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Need to get rid of some of these guys as well, because they're ever so slightly in the way. Get the trees out of here, come on. There we go. Then we need to do 1, 2... oh, we left a gap there. What was the gap, though? That's a bit tricky. Right. 1 and 2, then that's the gap. So we connect it together like that. Then over here we are going to go... Oh, I didn't double it up like that, did I? So this is going to go like that. Then on this side we leave a gap of 1. Then we do this. Then we have 1 left that goes right there. Then we need the underground bits of pipe to go that way. And to go that way. So that's not all connected. All we need to do is get ourselves a filter inserter, which we can absolutely do. We'll get one of those on the go. And it goes there, which leads on to some conveyor belts. And just for the hell of it, I am going to use these fast ones because I cannot be bothered going and getting some of the regular ones. So these are going to come into there. We're going to use some inserters. We're going to set them up like so. We're going to set these up like so. And then it's just a case of getting power into all of this, which is apparently going to take a while. So let me cancel that because it's going to take way too long to do. There we go. We got some of them being made anyway. So you are going to go there. You are going to go there. You are going to go into... Actually, that's in the wrong spot. That's going to go there. You're going to be deleted. You're going to be deleted. And then we do this kind of thing, which will be totally fine. This is going to go to there, and we need more of them. So let me make a few more of those and throw one into that spot. So those are not connected. Throw one to there and to there, and that's all connected. Then throw one to there and to there, and that's all connected, and do that. So that's now all ready to go. You are going to be filtering coal, and this is all going to get power, which means we should be on the brink of generating more electricity, which is very exciting stuff. So if we have a look here, satisfaction is climbing, production is now below satisfaction, which means we are very close to being sorted for electricity generation, which is exciting stuff because everything's going to go back to being nice and efficient, hopefully. Oh no, that's a concern. The fact that there's not much copper coming through is worrying. I'm wondering if that's an electricity problem or if that is a supply problem. Actually, a similar story here with the coal. We're going to want to make sure that coal production stays up quite nicely there. So we'll do that sort of thing, and we can delete you for a second and do that. Throw that into that location, and there we go. So coal production should be totally fine. We can actually go ahead and throw one more of these into there, and that'll be good. Hopefully that is going to be enough coal, though. I'm noticing that there isn't actually all that much coming through at the moment. Yeah, there's not actually enough coal in there at all. Hopefully we can... Yeah, that's actually really worrying. There is not enough coal coming through there. I do sincerely hope we can make this work. It looks like production is picking up a little bit, but... we might need to do something about coal production. It looks like in general production isn't really where it should be for quite a few things. It also looks like these guys are charging again, which is totally fine. Let's have a look at the map. Anything? Oh, now that looks like a lot of oil. But that is very far away, and that is surrounded by aliens. So that's concerning. But, unfortunately, we are going to have to go and get that, because that is the nearest source of oil. Oh boy. Yeah, that's not good. That's really, really not good. We're going to have to do that with trains, I think. Like, what we're going to have to do is set up a thing down there so we can power all the systems. What's up with you? What's the problem here? Why are you not accumulating energy? Oh dear. So we are actually, again, quite low on electricity, and I have to assume it is a coal problem. I can only assume it's a coal problem. So this one's working. This one's not working. This one isn't. This one isn't working at all. Yeah, that is actually a major worry. We're going to have to possibly look into getting more of the electric mining drills. Let's get a few of those. Let me also go and grab some transport belts, because I'm going to change the way coal is added to those conveyors a little bit. So grab a bunch of those. We shouldn't need too much more than that. We'll head back up to the north a little bit. Not the proper north up here, but to the coal production bit. Because what I'm thinking we're going to do is briefly tear all of this out of here, which is going to hurt for a little while because it means that coal production is going to be ever so slightly non-existent for power generation, but we should be okay. So tear all that out of there. Let's add some power back to there, please. So just do that sort of thing. And what I want to do is bring some conveyors straight through like that. Then on either side of this, do 5 of those, and do 5 on this side as well. Just like that. And then we can do 1 at the top, just like that. So that should work pretty fine. We'll get some power generation just there and there. We'll get some there and there. And that is hopefully going to do some good things. It definitely looks like a lot more coal's going on. Eventually, I'd like to go ahead and get even more of the mining drills there, but that looks like plenty of coal heading to all of this. That does look like a little bit more than we had previously, so I'm excited about it. Anyway, we just got Vect transmission researched, and this episode's going on for a little bit, so let's go ahead and research one more thing and then wrap things up. Since we're probably going to need it, I'm going to go for railway, because we're going to have to use the railway system more than likely to start transporting some oil from down there back to base. It's honestly, I mean, it's not that far. It's just a hell of a distance. There is coal nearby. There is copper nearby. There is iron nearby. So what I'm thinking we'll do is eventually clear out all of the aliens from that area. We can head down. We can set up a small base of, you know, supplying coal for power and all that to this space. I don't know how we're going to do it necessarily, but we're going to figure some way to just go ahead and get that oil field to be really, really useful for us. Now, let me have a look at power to see how it's doing. Not amazingly. It seems like it's picking up, though. Like, this is pretty much full of coal. Over this way, this is almost full of coal. And then when that's full of coal, this one will start filling up as well. So I'd say we're getting there. I would definitely say we're getting there. I think we just need to wait until we hit the hit a good threshold here. To be honest, we might actually need just a little bit more. I think I'm going to go for it. I think we're going to, as the last thing to do in this episode, we can go ahead and hopefully make ourselves a few more of the mining drills. Now we can make 9 of them. Let's just make the 9 of them. And let's head up this way and see if we can massively increase this production. Now that's been researched. Let's go for automated rail transportation because we're going to need it. We need the cargo wagon. So we'll go straight for that. We can research that, right? Yeah. It's red and green science. It's nothing too complicated. So let's tear that out of there. Let's get you out of there. Let's get that on that side. Get that on that side. I could throw that there. That's probably not all that useful, though. So we'll do that sort of thing and then just bring this all the way down there. Right, so that should be beautiful. We can get some conveyors, bringing it up this way. Then across, of course, and then back down like that. So that, I sincerely hope, is going to do some good stuff for us. That's hopefully all we are really going to be needing in terms of coal production. Now, obviously, it's not that fast, but we have added quite a few more of these things to that production line. So hopefully, we are going to see power just get completely sorted. And if we have a look, it is getting there. It is pretty much done. So production is hopefully going to continue to rise. Obviously, consumption is going to continue to rise as well, but hopefully for the most part, hopefully we're going to be okay here. This bit seems to be getting treated quite nicely there as well. So yeah, I think we are in a pretty good spot. Anyway, ladies and gents, I am going to leave it there for today. A bit of a longer episode of Factorio than normal. But I'd say things are going pretty darn well. We don't have too many of these guys left over here either, which is kind of exciting stuff in a way. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm really liking it. We have the radars doing their thing. We have got this as well. Let's go in for this one too, because we might as well. We're going to need some railway stuff. If we have a look, yeah, there's a good bit of oil down there, but a lot of aliens surrounding us. I'm actually a little bit worried that these ones over here might start aggroing, because the pollution looks like it's getting close to them. So we might need to set up some defenses. Well, actually, no, they'll probably try to attack here, which is defended. I think the only change we'd need to make is bringing this conveyor up a little bit to there. But I think what I might end up doing, to be honest, is bring this wall right over to the water, bring this wall right over to the water, and then just block off that entire space. That could work. Because I don't know if I don't think the aliens can go through the water, so yeah, I don't think we're going to be struggling too much with the alien menace. Either way, ladies and gents, that's going to be it for today. So thank you kind of for watching. This has been Factorio Part 13. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.